To our SQL learning session. Today, we'll be talking about querying and filtering rows from Database for Developers. It's about selecting filtering results using where from tables. And in this section, there are around 13. In this lesson, there are 30 sections. We'll go through each one of them, starting with the selecting rows. Let's dig into it. You access rows in database with select statement. This returns data to client. It has two core parts, selecting from. In the from class, you list tables you want to get rows from, and in select state, you state which columns you want to see values of. Placing asterisk return all visible columns in table. So to get all rows and visible columns in table, you just use select from choice. Let me run it. These are all the columns and rows in this table. This excludes any invisible columns in the table. There are often system-generated columns. From Oracle Database 12c, you can set visibility of the column. To view invisible columns, you have to list them in select clause. Here you can also restrict your query to fewer columns or change the order they appear. So this by naming column you want like so. This is another way of listing the only select columns you need. It is good practice to only select columns you need. This reduces the volume of data sent over the network, which can make your applications faster. It also makes your code more resilient. If you star, your code may error out if someone adds or removes column from a table. Now let's try an example. In this exercise, we have to return the price and color of the columns of a toy, displaying price first. Price and color. Now, I type this. Can you tell me what would this return? Let me show you. It returns price and color. Exactly what we need. Now, filtering data is another section. It's where you want to return all the rows from a table. Usually, you want to return those matching search criteria. We use a filtering in where clause. The query only returns rows where whole clause is true. For example, this get rows that stores Sir Stiripans in the column toy name. Let me run this. This returns a column rows where it has a toy name has a name called Stir Stiripans. Stiripans. A condition can match many rows. Database will return all of them. The row for Sir Stirripan and Mr. Bunnykins both have a color red, so the query fetches both of them. If you run this, you'll get two rows, Sir Stirripans and Mr. Bunnykins. Another section, combining criteria. You can combine many filters with and or. And this returns a row where both conditions are true. The following searches for rows where toy name is Sir Stirripans and color is green and search return is red, so the query will return nothing. We are searching for a search return with a color as green, but there is no row as such, so it will not return any rows. Or, can you tell me what OR does? OR fetches all the rows where either of the criteria are true. Baby turtle has a color green, so this query gets rows for them and search to repent. In this query, you'll get a rows where either one of the condition is true. If color is green or toy name is search to repent. And here we have two rows where baby turtle is green and search to repent toy name is search to repent. Order precedence and have a higher priority than or. So if we include both in a where clause, the order you place affects the result. For example, following queries search for same value from each column, but read their different rows. Here you go. Here, in first query, you have toy name or toy name and color. And in second query, you have color and toy name or toy name. Can you tell me what this first query does before we know what to return? Can you tell me? This query works as such. This query looks at the where clause and checks where is and. Once it finds it would take the nearest condition with and forms a one single condition. If this is not true, then it checks for this. So and separates this condition and this two condition. In similarly, second query, it looks at the where clause and looks at the first and puts both sides of and as a one condition and the rest as a and if there's a or then that will be going to be different condition. So these are two conditions that must either of two condition must match to return result. Let me run both of these and see what we get. Here we have Mr. Bunnykins and Baby Turtle. So toy name is Bunnykins. That is true, we got that. And second row that satisfies this condition, turtle, baby turtle and color green. We had this. So that's why we got these two rows. And secondly, in this where class we have color green and toy Mr. Bunnykins, which is not true. We don't have any such rows. So second condition was toy name as baby turtle, which we got here. In this way, the order of precedence works. Now let's see what does the text say. Why? Well, database processes the filters in different order. First query searches for rows where color is green, tone name is baby turtle, or tone name is Mr. Bunnykins. We know this, so let's skip this and move on. Now let's try example. Complete the following query to find rows that have tone name as strawberry pants or color blue and price are equal to 6. How do you do this? We need these two things. Tone name has to be and color has to be blue. And price equal to 6. What do you know what this query will return? This query works as such, where looks at the where clause and see the first bracket. Inside a bracket we have two or two clauses separated by or. So this forms one condition, and second condition is and, price 6 which is separated by n. So this condition both must be true to return the result. Let's see what it returns. There you go. So this is a row where price is 6 and either color is blue or totem is tertiary band. And we have a row which has color name is blue. So that's why we return this rows. And this is exactly what we need. 6. The list of values. Often you want to get rows where a column matches any value in the list. You can do this by ORing this condition together. For example, the following finds a row where color is green or red. Let us run this. This is supposed to find out where color is green or red. If we run this, and we have 3 rows where color is green or red. But this is a pain if you want to have large number of values. Luckily, you can simplify this with in operator. In function. The place a list of the values in parentheses. Then check if a column is in the list. So this query is the same as above, finding all the rows where color is green or red. Let's run this. This is similar to what we saw earlier, but in a different way it's written. We're using the in function, and it gives us the same result. Now, 7. Range of values. You can also find all the rows matching a range of values with inequality, smaller, greater, or equal to, etc. For example, find all toys that cost less than $10. Use this. This uses this finds all the rows where price is less than $10 or where price is greater than $6 or equal to $6. You can also use the condition between. This returns rows with the values for a. You can also use a condition between. This returns rows with values from a lower to upper bound. This is inclusive, so it returns rows with values matching either limit. So the following gets all the data with a price equal to 6, 20, or any value in between. Any value in between. There you go. It is same as the following query. Here we are using operator smaller or greater equal to, and it is same. Should return the same value as before. It does the same thing. If you want to exclude rows at the added boundary, here you need to write a separate test. For example, to get all rows where price is greater than 6 and less than equal to 20, you need to use this. Yeah, you get a row. Those rows which are equal to 6 or equal to 20 has been excluded. If you want to exclude rows at either boundary, you can need to write a separate test as well. For example, to get all rows where price is greater than 6 and less than equal to 20, you need to use this. Now let's try an exercise. We need to write a query where where it returns where color is red or blue, price is greater or equal to 6 and strictly less than 14.2, where color in red or blue, and price is greater or equal to 6 and price is less than 14.22, and this it gives this result, and this is exactly what we need. Now, wildcard. Number 9. Session 9, wildcard. When searching strings, you can find rows matching a pattern using like. This has two wildcard characters. One is underscore, which match exactly one character. It can be any character. And percentage matching zero or more characters. It can be any character. You can place this either side of the character you are searching for. So just find all the rows that have a color starting with B. So this returns all the result where color is started with B and anything after it can be any number of character after that. Let's run this. It gives me two results with the blue. And this is all the rows with color ending in N. It is green. There is only one row with such. Underscore matches exactly only one character. So the following finds all the rows with tone names 11 characters long. And these two rows have tone name exactly 11 characters, including the space. Percent is true even if matches no character. So the following case is to search for colors containing E returns all the different results. Now, can you tell me what this does? In a where class, it looks for color where there's a E and there's at least one character. It has to be either space or it has one character. Either it has to be space or some alphanumeric or numbers. In this E, in the second one, it is not necessary that there has to be either one character. There is zero or more characters. So in either side, if there's only E, this will match. And what this saying is that give me color where there's E and one character on either side of it, and I don't care whether there's any one or more character after that on either side. Let's see what it does here. In this one, E red has a one character in either side. That's why you're returning this. In E, in second condition where E is surrounded by percentage, it is returning blue and green because there's a E in the green, which is obvious, and blue also because in even though there is no character in the right hand side, it is returning because it is searching for zero or more characters. And lastly, third one, E space. It is searching for character and looking for any character surrounding E. So it matches red, obviously, and also green because green has a one character in other side of it, and more. Searching for wildcard characters. You may want to find rows containing either underscore or percentage. For example, if you want to see all rows that include underscore in a tonem, you might try like this. This will give you all the tonem that has underscore in it. Tonem that has at least one character in it. But this is not true. This is not what we need. How do we do this? We do this by using escape character. It is running this because we know underscore is searching for any character. Doesn't matter whether it's space or anything like that. And because of this, it's running all the rows. For that, we need to escape it, such as we are specifically searching for underscore. And the way to do that is using escape. When you do escape, when you put the when we put the escape character, it can be anything. Let's choose an escape character, which are less commonly seen in a text. And let's do that and put that in front of the string you want to search for, and then and use that as an escape after here. And this will search for the underscore. Let's run this. Now we have a toy name with underscore in it. Similarly, we can search for using different escape character, which is ampersand. There you go. Now let's try a different exercise for this one. For this, we need to find a query where it find rows that include uppercase in toy name, where like and toy name should have uppercase. Let's try this. There you go. It runs two rows where toy name has uppercase. One is a Mr. Bunnykins and one is Baby Turtle. Null. The price for Baby Turtle is null. This is equal to nor not equal to anything. Result of comparing a value to null is unknown. Where clause is only returns rows where tests are either true. So if you search for rows where price equals to null, you get no data because it's unknown. Let's try this. Let's see if you get anything for this null. Nothing. No data found. Even though the baby doll has a price is null, it says null. Even though it doesn't return that because null is not equal to null. To find rows storing null values, you must use is null condition. Now, if we do this, it should return the baby turtle, where price is null. Negations. You can return opposite of must condition by placing not before it. For example, to find all the rows toys that aren't green, you can do this. You can do toys not color is equal to green. And we have these rows where color is not green. You can get the same result by changing equal to either not condition, not equal to condition. Such as, let me show you. What do you think we'll get if we run this? Let's see. Let's see. It gives the same result as before. There's no change at all. Let's try a different way of doing this. Let's try apostrophe equal to. What do you think we'll get if we do this? Same result. These are inequalities, and that's why it gives the same result. One exception to this null. Searching for rows that are not equal to null still results nothing. Let's run this. If you run this, then you will still get no result because nothing is not equal to null. To get all rows with non-null values, you must use the not null condition, where select from toys where color is not null, and you have all these rows where price is not null, color is not null. Now, lastly, we'll try an exercise where we need to find rows. The color is not green and not equal to 6. Color is not equal to green, and price is not equal to 6. It should return 3 rows. Let's try it. This is exactly what we need. Sir Stereopans, Kutesaurus, and Mr. Bunnykins. In the end, let me quickly summarize what we learned today. We talked about querying and filtering rows. We discussed about filtering data, selecting rows, combining different criteria, using lists of values, using uh, in function. We talked about range of values using between. We also talked about wildcards, where we can search for any character using a special characters. We talked about null and how to negate the conditions, including null. So that's all for today. I will see you in the next learning session. Thank you so much.